So we'll begin by taking a cross-legged position on our mats. Just gently crossing your legs, allowing your knees to fall out to the side. Just allow your body to settle on your mat. You can rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. Feel your sit bones root into your cushion as your spine extends straight and strong with energy through the crown of your head. Gently closing your eyes and draw inwards, tuning in to the natural rhythm of your breath. Taking a deep inhale through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Taking one final inhale through your nose. And exhaling through your mouth. Joining your hands together at heart center. You might want to set an intention for your practice this afternoon. Remembering throughout your practice to practice with love and compassion, being gentle with your body. As you bow your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's class, we'll warm up the shoulders. So place the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders and make forward circular motions with your elbows, gradually making the circles wider, connecting to your breath and the other direction. Nice, gradual, large circles. Deeply breathing. And gently, you can release your hands back down. We'll now move into a side bend. So placing your left hand beside your left hip. Inhale, raise your right arm over your head. Exhaling to fold out to the left. Keep both your sitting bones rooted on your mat. And take deep breaths. Exhale, release, dropping your right hand back down. Inhale to raise your left arm over your head. Exhaling to fold out to the right. Again, keeping both your sitting bones rooted on your mat and reaching out through your left fingertips. Deep breaths into that side body. And exhale, release, dropping your hand back down. We'll now move into a spinal twist. So placing your right hand behind your back, place your left arm across your right knee. Inhale to extend your spine. And exhale, twist out to the right. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist. You can gently look over your right shoulder. And inhale, gently come back to center. We'll repeat that on the other side. So placing your left hand behind your back, right arm across your left knee, inhaling to extend your spine by lifting your chest. Exhaling, twisting out to the left. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist a little bit further. Gently, you can look over your left shoulder. One more deep breath. And gently, you can make your way back to center. From here, we're going to move into a tabletop position. So the palms of your hands are at the front of your mat. Your knees are tracking under your hips. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in line. We'll warm up the spine with a cat-cow. So on an inhale, lifting your spine towards the ceiling, dropping your tailbone, drawing your chin to your chest. Exhale, release by dropping your belly button, lifting your tailbone, and opening your chest. Inhale, spine up, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your tailbone. Imagine you're pushing the floor away from you to round your upper back. Exhale, dropping your belly button, lifting your tailbone, opening your chest. And gently come back to a neutral spine. We'll now move into superhero pose. So extend your left leg straight out behind you. Extend your right arm out in front of you. Gently lift your left foot off the floor and point your left toes. Remaining even in the right knee and the left hand to help with your balance. One more deep breath. And exhale, release, dropping the hand and knee back down. We'll repeat that on the other side. So extend your right leg straight out behind you. Extend your left arm out in front of you and lift your right foot off the floor, pointing your right toes. Taking deep breaths, reaching out through that left arm, lengthening through the right leg. And exhale, release, dropping your hand and knee back down. Take a deep breath. We'll now move into a spinal twist. So keeping your left hand rooted on your mat, take an inhale and raise your right arm as you twist out to the right. Keeping both your knees engaged on your mat. Exhale, release, slide your right arm behind your left wrist, dropping the back of your right shoulder towards your mat. Inhale, pressing into your left hand and twisting out to the right as you raise your right arm. Exhale, release, slide your right arm behind your left wrist, dropping the back of your right shoulder towards your mat. Inhaling, gently make your way back to tabletop. Repeating on the other side, so keeping your right hand rooted on your mat and both your knees engaged on your mat, twist out to the left by raising your left arm. Exhale, release, slide your left arm behind your right wrist, dropping the back of your left shoulder towards your mat. Inhale, raising your left arm as you twist out to the left. Exhaling, releasing, sliding your left arm behind your right wrist. Taking one more deep breath. And inhale, gently come back to tabletop. From tabletop, we'll move into extended child's pose. So join your big toes behind you, shift your knees wide apart. From here, sit your bum towards your heels, reach your arms out ahead as you melt your chest and forehead towards your mat. Take 5 deep breaths here. On your inhales, feel your breath rise from the base of your spine up towards your neck. And on your exhales, feeling the breath fall from your neck towards the base of your spine. Connecting with the movement of your breath throughout your practice. Gently, you can come back up to tabletop. From tabletop, tucking into the toes, keeping the knees bent, press into your hands and lift your hips to come into downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet here just to release the calves and the hamstrings, keeping both hands engaged on your mat with your fingers spread. Taking deep breaths. Gently, making baby steps, walk your feet forward towards your hands at the front of your mat. And keeping a nice generous bend into the knees, fold your upper body over your knees. Grab opposite elbows with your hands. And just allow your elbows and the crown of your head to become heavy. Relax the spine. Relax the jaw. Take deep breaths. Inhaling, pressing into your feet. Make your way to standing at the front of your mat. We'll now move into a sun salutation. So again, just follow my verbal and visual cues, following your breath with each movement. Take a moment to connect to your breath. Inhaling, raising your arms above your head. Exhaling, folding over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, send your chest forward. Exhale, release your palms down to your mat and step both your feet back, coming into plank pose. Lower your knees to your mat and keeping your hips in the air, bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin. Inhale, slide your chest forward and lift your chest off your mat, coming into low cobra. Exhale, move through tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Distributing the weight evenly between your arms and your legs. As you keep your fingers spread on your mat. Looking between your palms. Inhale, step both your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, palms on your shins, sending your chest forward. Exhaling to fold over your knees. Inhaling, raising your arms. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath. We'll do one more round of sun salutation A. So again, just focus on your inhales and exhales with each movement. Inhale, raising your arms. Exhaling to fold over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, sending your chest forward, palms on your shins. Exhale, releasing your palms to your mat and stepping both your feet back. Lower your knees to your mat and keeping your hips in the air, bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin. Inhale, slide your chest forward and lift your chest off your mat, low cobra. Exhale, move through tabletop, tuck your toes, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Deep inhales, controlled exhales. Looking between your palms. Inhale, step both your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, palms on your shins, sending your chest forward. Exhaling to fold over your knees. Inhale, raising your arms above your head. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath. We'll now move into the standing asanas, the foundational postures of today's class. So starting with side angle pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, bending into your right knee so your ankle and knee is in line, placing your right forearm on top of your right knee, inhaling to raise your left arm over your head, keeping your chest open towards the sky. Feeling the foundation of both your feet beneath you, remaining strong in the legs as you reach out through your left arm, connecting to your breath. Inhale, gently coming up and turning your right foot in. Repeating that on the other side. So turning your left foot out 90 degrees, bending into your left knee so your ankle and knee is in line, placing your left forearm on top of your left knee and raising your right arm over your head, keeping your chest open towards the sky, keeping that right foot engaged on your mat to help with your balance, and take deep breaths. One more deep breath. Inhale, gently come up, turning your left foot in. Take a deep breath. We'll now move into Warrior Two pose. So turning your right foot out 90 degrees, bending into your right knee so your ankle and knee is in line. Raise your arms to shoulder level. Turn your head, leading from your chin, to look over your right middle finger. Again, feeling the foundation of both your feet beneath you, reaching out through both sets of fingertips, taking deep breaths. Inhale, gently come up, turning your right foot in. Repeating on the other side, so turning your left foot out 90 degrees, bending into your left knee so your ankle and knee is in line. As you raise your arms to shoulder level, turn your head, leading from your chin, to look over your left middle finger. Taking deep breaths, keeping your gaze focused over that middle finger, remaining strong in the legs. Inhaling, gently coming up and turning your foot in. And now you can join your feet so they're close apart on your mat. We'll move into squat pose. So just have your feet just about hip distance apart and turn both your feet out slightly. From here, joining your hands together at heart center, we're going to bend into the knees and sit the hips back, nice and slowly, sitting our bum as low as possible towards our heels. Once you reach your end range, just stay there and try and focus on your breath. You can use your elbows to push your knees apart, and at the same time, push the knees back into the elbows for extra activation. And then just focus on your breath. Breathing as deeply as possible. Remembering to be gentle with your body. One more deep breath. Inhaling pushing up to a standing position. And now you can join your feet so they're together on your mat. We'll move into tree pose, our balancing posture. So we'll start with the right side first. So grounding down into that right leg. You can pick a spot on the wall to help with your balance and turn your left foot out. From here, there's the option to lift that left foot off the floor and place it as high up your right leg as possible, pressing that left foot against the inner side of your right thigh. You can have your hands in prayer or raise your arms up over your head. And just take deep breaths. Feeling the grounding in that right leg. Standing up nice and tall, relaxing the neck. And exhale, release, dropping your hands, gently closing your left hip and extending your left leg. We'll repeat that on the other side. So grounding down into the left leg, we can turn the right foot out. Again, you can pick a spot on the wall to help with your balance. As you gently lift that right foot off the floor and place it as high up your left leg as possible, pressing the right foot against the inner side of your left thigh, allowing that right hip to open out. Again, you can have your hands in prayer or raise your arms up over your head. Focusing on keeping your balance and nice deep breaths. One more deep breath. Exhaling, releasing, dropping your hands, closing your hip and extending your leg. And now you can make your way to the front of your mat. Standing up nice and tall. We'll move into chair pose. So on an inhale, take a bend into the knees and raise your arms up over your head. Press your knees together to activate your glutes and your quads and lengthen out through both arms. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Exhaling to fold gently over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, sending your chest forward. Exhale, releasing your palms down to your mat. Step your left and right foot back as you lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Again, you can gently pedal the feet here, just to release the calves and the hamstrings. On an inhale, we're going to step that right foot gently between our palms. The right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged behind you. Moving into a lunge by raising our arms above our head. Keep that left leg straight and engaged behind you. Reaching out through the arms. Taking deep breaths. As you exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Downward facing dog. On an inhale, step your left foot gently forward between your palms. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged behind you. Raising your arms, coming into a lunge. Keeping that right leg straight and engaged. Taking one more deep breath. As you exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands. And from here, dropping your knees to your mat as you make your way to extended child's pose. Shifting your knees wide apart, sitting your bum towards your heels, reaching the arms out ahead, and melting your chest and forehead towards your mat for 5 deep breaths. Again, maybe recognizing how different this child's pose feels to the one at the start of class. After all the strength and flexibility work, with each breath, just adding a bit more length, a bit more control. One more deep breath. Inhaling gently, coming back up to tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to move into a lying down position with our belly resting on our mats as we move into a few back bends in today's class. So from a lying down position, drop your forearms to your mat. Your elbows are under your shoulders. This is baby cobra pose. So on an inhale, we're going to press into our elbows and lift our chest off our mat. Just coming into a nice gentle back bend. Keeping the chest lifted. Taking one more deep breath. And exhale, release. Releasing our chest and forehead to our mat. Taking a couple of deep breaths. We're now going to move into full cobra pose. So this time, placing the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your chest. Keeping a bend into the elbows and keeping your elbows nice and tight towards your body. On an inhale, we're going to press into the hands to lift the chest off the floor. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Feeling a nice opening in the chest. Taking deep breaths. One more deep breath. Exhale, release. Lowering your forehead and chest to your mat. From here, you can make your way to a lying down position, this time on your backs, as we move into bridge pose. So this is a really good strengthening posture for the hips, and it also opens up the spine. So keeping a bend into the knees, the feet are hip distance apart. Just lie back and place the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your hips. Drawing the knees close together. Take an inhale and lift your hips towards the ceiling. From here, lifting the chest, rolling each vertebrae off your mat. You can tuck your shoulder blades under your body to just increase the lift in the chest. And take 5 deep breaths here. Keeping the hips lifted. Keeping the chest lifted. One more deep breath. And exhale, release. Lowering your hips back down. We'll repeat bridge pose one more time. So again, placing the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your hips. Take an inhale and lift your hips towards the ceiling. Rolling each vertebrae off your mat as you lift your chest. Again, you can tuck your shoulder blades under your body, just focusing on keeping the hips lifted. One more deep breath. And exhale, release, lowering your hips back down. Just allow the body to settle here. Taking a couple of deep breaths. And now you can move up to seated on your mat. We're going to move into a core strengthener, just as a good reverse posture for all the back bends. So bend the knees and draw your heels towards your sit bones. From here, place your hands under your knee creases and lift both your feet off your mat, keeping a bend into the knees. Now you can stay here supporting your knees, or you can straighten your arms. And hold for 5 deep breaths, keeping the chest lifted, lengthening out through the arms. You can straighten the legs for 1 breath if you like. And exhale, release, crossing your legs. Place the palms of your hands beside your hips and lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. Lower your hips back down. And now, to end today's class, we'll move into a gentle spinal twist. So you can lie back onto your mats. Draw your hands wide apart away from your body. Lift your knees. Lift your feet off your mat, keeping a nice bend into the knees. And drop both your knees out to the right, keeping your left shoulder rooted on your mat. This is a really good stretch for the obliques and the spine. Just take deep breaths, bringing your knees back to center and dropping both your knees out to the left, keeping your right shoulder engaged on your mat. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Gently bringing your knees back to center. And you can extend your legs as we move into the closing Shavasana, allowing your feet to draw out wide apart on your mat. Gently begin to lie back, drawing your arms away from your body. Your palms are facing upwards. Gently, you can bring your eyes to close as we prepare for the most important posture of today's class. This posture allows you to absorb all the benefits of your practice. So just allow yourself this few minutes to completely switch off. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of your feet. Relax your heels. Relax your ankles. Your calves. The backs of your knees. Relax your hamstrings. Relax your hips, feeling them open out like a book. Relax each of your fingers. Relax your thumbs. Relax the palms of your hands, your wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms. Relax your shoulders. Bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Relax each vertebrae as you work your way up through your spine, your mid-spine, upper spine, relaxing your neck, relaxing the back of your head. Relaxing your jaw, feeling your jaw loosen out. Relaxing your tongue, feeling your tongue draw away from the roof of your mouth. Softening your lips, feeling them slightly part. Relax your cheeks. Relax the space around your eyes. And relax your eyes, feeling them draw towards the back of your head. Relax your eyebrows. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead, the seat of your mind. Relax every single hair on the top of your head. Relax your entire body, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax, relax, relax. We will now move into silence for the next couple of minutes. Just try and focus on your breath as it travels through your body. Naturally, your mind will begin to wander. Just become aware of the mind wandering and bring your attention back to your breath as it travels through your body. Begin to bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Moving your hands and feet. Gently rock your head from side to side, waking up your neck, resting your head back at center. Keeping your legs extended, join your feet together on your mat. Take a deep inhale and reach your arms up over your head, getting a full body stretch. Exhaling, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Gently make your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat, keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to congratulate yourself and thank yourself for arriving on your mat today. With this sense of self-love and compassion, bow your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. Thanks very much, everyone. Cheers.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.